G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back for something a little bit different. I couldn't decide what I wanted to play. I have brought you recently some Elder Scrolls Online, but I'm just not really feeling it. And I was thinking about purchasing New World, only to find that it wasn't working under Linux. So I'm not going to be purchasing or playing that until it will actually work, if it ever does. Apparently the anti-cheat system that they've got breaks it under Linux. So I didn't know what to play. I wanted to take a break from Skyrim for a little bit. And so I started looking at other MMOs, in particular ones that aren't, because, you know, my problem that I have with the Elder Scrolls series in general is this weird dichotomy where necromancy is evil and bad, Daedra worshipping is evil and bad, but Daedra summoning is sort of all right. And my brain just can't get over that. So we're going to have a bit of a play around with Dungeons and Dragons Online. I know this is not exactly a new game. I'm just playing the free version of it. It's based on a modified version of the D&D 3.5 rule set. Very limited at this point on characters and races. I don't have a problem with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a male. I don't know what this is that is supposed to be. Why did it not let me go male? There we go. I don't know what this iconic race is. I can't choose any of these iconic classes because I need to pay to unlock them all. And really, I've got to say, none of these really stand out to me and say, oh, yes, I want to play that. Except maybe the Blade Forged, but even that, I'd more like to play the race, which I'll point out in a minute. Melee classes are fine. It's really just, you know, fighter, barbarian, paladin, and you can unlock monk if you want. Spell classes, I do want to do another playthrough. So there's two characters I want to play. I do want to play a sorcerer at some point because the sorcerers can, one of their, if I go to sorcerer and then rather than path, if I ignore those, I go to customize. And let's just keep on. Okay, so let's just put something like that. Look, I don't care. So just I'll go next. I've got to pick something here. Can I pick maximize? And let's just put Quicken in there as well. Okay, it's not showing you, but basically, yeah, it's not showing you. Basically, once you get in and create a character, there are like different paths you can take that character down. And one of them that the sorcerer has is the Eldritch Knight. And that is something that I want to play around with. I really want to have like a Magus class. So I want to do that at some point. But what we're going to do initially here is we are going to go and choose in the specialist, we're going to choose the Ranger. So this is the strange thing. These three here are basically the three different things that I was talking about before with the Sorcerer, but the Sorcerer doesn't list the Eldritch Knight there when you go back and choose the Sorcerer. See, it only has Arcane Cannon, the Dynamic Hand, and the Voice of Power. There is actually an Eldritch Knight sort of subclass thing there. I don't know whether it's... No, it's not available under Wizard either. But I know, because I played around with it and then deleted the character. So we're going to do that eventually. But I think right now, I want to start with a Ranger. I don't know whether to go Deepwood Sniper or Arcane Archer. So they give you the descriptions up here. The Deepwood Sniper is a really good stealth ranger, right? The Tempest is a dual-wield fighter, and apparently you're better than even a fighter in dual-wield fighter with this. Don't know, but maybe. And then there's the Arcane Archer, which really interests me as well, because it's a bit like from Pathfinder, the Eldritch Archer, under the Magus. The Magus had an Eldritch Archer as one of the options. So I would sort of like to play around with that as well. But I think I'm going to start with a Deepwood Sniper. Now, this doesn't really... All this really does is define what your starting stats are. And the stats are only slightly different. In fact, the difference between Arcane Archer and Deepwood Sniper doesn't really exist. So it's how I build it as I'm getting in there that's important. And so that's not a big problem. We'll get into that more later, I guess. And I'm not an expert on this at all. I played this a little bit a couple of years ago. Really didn't get past about level... I don't even think I got to level 10, to be honest. But we're going to go and do it again. I'm going to play Dwarf again for some reason. I don't know why, but in this game I like the Dwarves. Just the look of them more than anything. I don't really care about the stats. I'm just mucking around. But the one that I was talking about before that I wanted to consider doing is the Warforged, where these are actually like robots, essentially. That were in a war years ago. There's lots of different races here that you can pick. I mean, if I had access to it, I'd also pick Half-Orc. You know, Wood Elves, of course, would make very good Rangers, but I'm not caring about which... I'm not here to min-max and which is the best Ranger around. Okay? I'm going to... We're almost going to recreate my logo here. And I know how to do it. So, bald head. We're going to go for the sort of greying hair as much as possible. Eyebrows, I'm not too fussed on, but something like that is pretty good. Eyes, those eyes look fine. I'm not going to go nuts looking for eyes, but we'll go with like brown eyes. That nose is fine. Those lips look fine for the moment. Yep, they're fine with that beard. And we might keep that facial detail in, actually. Why not? And skin color is fine. I cannot choose anything with Ranger in the name because it's an overclass. It will not let me. It doesn't tell me that's the reason why, but it will not let me. So I'm just going to make up a name and hope that it's available. So let's go with Grunmar One Eye. And we are in. Yes. Let's just dive on in. I don't think it really matters. The controls are a little bit yeah for me, but I'm getting used to them, so it's no big deal. Why is... There we go. Actually...
a large white dragon striking your ship come flooding back.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the audio needs to come down a touch. And is there a way to turn off all of the don't show hints. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, this down here is one of your control bars, of which you can have many.
Oi, you ain't undead, are you?
Yeah. Be quiet. I'm trying to set things up the way I want them. Right? Okay, that's search.
Can you move?
Oh, shush. That's defensive fighting. I don't really know that I want that. I'm actually going to chuck that away. Wild empathy, trip, I don't really ever use, nor that. And that is stealth. Okay. That's fine.
Can you talk? Speak to me.
I'm not going to go through a lot of the text here.
If what the halfling said was true, no one but you made it to the island alive.
This way.
It may be worth following this rogue. For now.
So, apparently, we were on a boat that got attacked by a dragon.
Here we are. So, you want a weapon or not?
Here's a weapon, but then you do me a little favour, tit for tat, right? I suppose I will read some of this. Well, that depends on what you want. Take that as a yes. Here, you look like you could use this rapier. Take a rapier.
Go ahead. Give it a few swings.
Okay. No, I'm going to ask him for a different weapon. That's the default weapon they give you as a ranger. But
Go
you...
ahead. Give it a few swings. Go ahead. Give it a few swings.
Okay, he's going to force me
As
to...
you take hold of the weapon, feeling its balance, you can't help but notice this Jeets has more he wants to say.
Actually, do you have another weapon I can try out? I want the light crossbow and bolts. So he's taken the rapier and given me a light crossbow and bolt. That should be fine. I'm not eventually going to be using a crossbow. I'm going to be using a longbow. But, yes. What task do you have for me? Here's the deal. Salamis is waiting for us in the cave up the path. Go and tell her we'll be along shortly, just as soon as we finish with the salvage on the beach. That's it. Give a message to Salamis. Well, I'm sure Salamis would appreciate any help you can give her too, and it'll make her less likely to smash my noggin in when we catch up. Very well, I'll go to this cave and help her.
Salimus is at the grotto.
Salimus.
Tell her to keep her knickers on.
Okay. There was nothing in that one. So we're just searching for whatever goodies are around in these barrels. Mostly just copper.
Salimus is in the grotto. I shall show you the way.
Let's just... I'm not... Well, actually, I should keep that out. I do need weapons at this point, don't I? You know... There we go. Trying to get the, forgot how to get the weapons set up properly. Oops.
This is all from dragon-wrecked ships, like yours.
The strange thing here is that as much as I've done of the initial quest lines, there's no other talk of a dragon at all. I don't know whether you come back later and encounter more of this dragon.
Was it exciting to see a dragon up close?
Oops, some coins in that one. I like how this game actually, you know, sticks true to the D&D thing where you actually have copper, silver, gold, and platinum coins, and then they have this other thing. What is that? I don't know. There's some sort of shard or something. I don't know. So that is interesting. I mean, I'm sure it complicates a lot of the development of the game.
Here we are. Go inside and speak with Salimus.
You have to have multiple prices for everything. Okay, silver, copper, and some more potions. Let's put those potions down there on the 0 slot, although quite frankly, I don't think I need them for a while yet. Now here's the interesting thing. This little interface here, when you're going to go into a dungeon, allows you to set how hard it's going to be in most cases. We can't modify that here. But in other dungeons you can, but you can also go through and do them multiple times and make them a little bit harder each time so that you get more reward from them.
Is this Salimus, the cleric you were sent to find?
Which is interesting.
Who in Kyber are you?
I'm the Ranger Grunma. A dragon attacked my ship and I alone survived. I then met your companions who asked me to protect you until they arrived. Until they arrived, is Jeet still sifting through the wreckage? I'll wring his little throat until his tongue falls out. Oh, if you're willing to help me, I don't fancy waiting around for those idiots anymore. What exactly are you doing in these caves? Been hired to clear this cave of Sawagan. Jeets and Talbron are supposed to help me. I hope they don't tarry too long. If you come with me, you should be comfortable with Sawagan blood all over those rusty weapons of yours. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go.
First, I shall surround us with a protection spell.
Okay, Sawagan are like a fish people, if you're not aware.
You still suffer injuries. This effect will wear off when you leave these caves.
Now, let's be about it.
So we can't get through that there, so we actually have to take the stairs. Now, if you don't know to take the stairs, take the ladder. If you don't know to take the ladder, the game sort of prompts you.
There must be a way to open it. Try up that ladder. I'll remain here and bash any Sawagan
You
trying
hear
to
the
sneak out.
shuffling and wheezing of some creature coming from the corridor ahead.
Okay, so we're going to go into sneak mode. I don't know if, as a ranger, I do actually get a sneak attack on this guy, and I'm basically just waiting until my crosshair changes. It's not changing, so just going to risk it. That missed him somehow. Why is the crosshair not... I know this crossbow works at longer range than that. The only thing in this game is that you do have to be facing the right direction in a lot of cases. So it's not a hit scan by any means.
Good job.
But if your enemies move around you and you don't turn to face them, you will not hit them no matter how much you attack.
Onward to glory.
Salimus isn't too honked at me. Thanks for putting in the good word. Don't you worry, Salimus. I'm here to watch your behind now.
Charge!
I'm going to wait here near the door.
Empty?
Oi, where's the bloody Sawagan?
Look, the door closed behind us.
I've been hitting
There are
them
more of them
from up
there.
here,
Stay
so that's good.
alert. For the flame! Sawagan wretches, are you scared of me? Come down and fight! Purge the wicked! Such is the fate of evil. Now, let's find a way out of here.
Okay.
Can't
So-
beat this. Anyone see a key?
That door's locked.
I
You
just
know that.
stepped on something. A latch.
Good work! I see a key down there. Who's in for a swim?
There we go.
Hydrophobia mean anything
You grab
to you?
the silver key. Time to swim for the surface.
Getting out of that ladder sometimes is a little bit of a problem.
This way.
I'm weary. Let's take a moment to rest.
So this is where you can
I've
rest
got
and get back
plenty of
health
stamina. I
and
could go all night long.
Why don't you scout?
mana, action points, whatever that is. I don't know, actually. Is there a
Now you're
a
talking.
stat? Spell
Take a
points.
little peek.
Now, because I don't need to rest and recover anything, I'm going to follow this guy.
Crikey.
Now, actually, if I had decided to build my own version of this character, I could have given myself the ability to unlock traps and locks and stuff, but I didn't. Boy, that's a nasty trap. Lucky for you, I'm here. Why is that? Only blokes with rogue skills, excuse me, can deal with traps. Blokes like me. Don't you worry, if you really want to, you can find a trainer to teach you rogue abilities, once you've got enough experience to handle it, that is. Alright, I'll wait while you disable the trap. So I have done that once before. I've built my own version of a ranger who had started with some rogue abilities and could unlock traps.
Truly. You can open the door now.
And I think pick locks, and that was useful. So now that we've got through there, the rest of our companions are going to join
It's time
us.
for us to go. The High Priestess should be up ahead. The onus for much suffering rests squarely upon her slimy, webbed hands.
I'm going to hang back a little bit so I've got plenty of room
There
to shoot.
she is, performing some kind of profane blood magic.
I will open the door. Prepare yourself. Ready? Go!
I do think I need to work on changing some
According to our
keys.
employer, there's a secret passage around here somewhere leading to Korthos. You boys look for it. I must cleanse the profane energies around the shrine.
Let Selimus do her thing. You and I'll take care of the important stuff. The treasure.
So we're going to get a short bow, a chain shirt, 100 arrows, and a ring of water breathing. All of that sounds fine. Get those on. Takes a little bit to put some mail on. Nice and realistic, although, you know, it takes more than a few seconds, you believe you me. Let's make sure that's not there, and let's make sure that is there. Now, we are going to carry some melee weapons for when opponents get in close. We can't sell this crossbow, I don't believe. Starter equipment cannot be traded, sold, or crafted. So we're just going to drag it over here and get rid of it. And the same with that. And the same with that. There we go. Let's get our details down there. And I'm happy with all of that.
My rogue senses are tingling. There's something fishy in this room.
You feel
Try
a stiff
searching around.
draft from somewhere in this room.
Found the secret
Perhaps the
passage?
hidden passage
Go
to
on,
the village
open it.
is in here.
Brilliant. Tidy lasses and pints up the wazoo. Here I come.
We're almost done here. The way out is up ahead. But first, I want to reward you for your assistance.
We've made it. The door ahead should take us out to the village, but before you go, I want to give you something from my stash, and thanks for your assistance to me and my fellows this day. Thank you very much. Call me Selimus. May you always walk the righteous path, and the holy flame look kindly upon your days and deeds. Okay, like I could take Well, I mean, I could take the rapier or whatever. I'm going to take the longbow, of course. You only get one of them. Which actually means that the short bow here I have to just destroy because it's no use to me. And I still don't now have any melee weapons, but that's okay. We can resolve that fairly quickly. There's a trader in town.
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning. However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
Okay, we talked to Randall. Now, where did you come from? I guess it doesn't matter. I am Randall the Traveller. This is Korthos village, and it's going through hard times. What hard times, you say? Well, don't you have to look around the village and find for yourself? He does give you this little tutorial thing to go into the village, and inside the tavern here, there will always be somebody who you can register with as your recall point if you die. And that is this spirit binder over here. So let's just talk to the spirit binder. Welcome to Korthos, or what's left of it. I am Brother Malden. I used to preach, but these days few will listen. Is there something you need? If I fall in battle, can you bring me back? Yes, even in the darkest of times, the struggle must go on. I can bring you back from the great beyond if your work here is not done. Do you want me to resurrect you here at the Wave Crest from now on? Yes, I want to be resurrected here. Okay, so there is other stuff. He can heal you. I think it costs, though. We'll see what happens with that later. There's two things I want to do here. I think I have an action point available. So let's come to the Ranger Trainer. Spend an action point on enhancements. And yes, I have one action point remaining. Now, these are the class trees that I talked about before. Arcane Archer, Deepwood Stalker, Tempest. So Deepwood Stalker is actually the one. I think I can even move these around. Somehow. I think there is a way to reorder those. Falconry. I think this is some special one. Yeah, you have to pay for that. But I'm going to stick with the Deepwood Stalker, I think, rather than the Arcane Archer, although morphing the arrows. No, let's go down the Arcane Archer route. Yes, yes. Dwarf and Arcane Archer. That's what I want to do. There's nothing to stop me from putting points in any of these three here, and of course in the race stuff as well. What is that? And then over here we have the general vendor, and I don't really have anything I can sell at the moment, but I do have 9 gold. I think with 9 gold, I just might be able to buy some stuff. It doesn't have, he doesn't have axes. He has daggers or short swords. Let's buy. I can only afford 1 short sword. Is that a platinum? Let's not buy anything then. I suppose I could buy a couple of daggers. But even they seem to be 2 gold each. No, they were only silvers. Maybe that was... get the value of that. What is it saying the cost is? Oh, maybe I had enough silver there for it to take the cost out of just my silver. Okay. And we don't really have anything to... No, we don't have anything to repair. So let's put those 2 daggers... down there. So now if I click on that... Damn it, it's not... There we go. Very good. All right. And I have got a keybind that allows me to switch, although it, for some reason it always empties my hands in between the options. I don't understand why. But I'm not really going to complain about it too much. Okay, the first mission, there are a few missions in town, but it wants us here to help out Kadja with her troubles, and she is just up here. So this is where we came in. That was Randall that we talked to after we sort of appeared over there. And so before we went down into the village, there's this little area here, and this is the Korthos Cemetery. I swear to Sybaris, there's unholy wailing coming from Titan's family crypt. No one wants to check on it for fear of the Sargon and their cronies, but what could they want with Titan's crypt? Oh dear, why won't anyone go down there and see? The Sargon may have cowed the village, but not me. I shall make sure their evil hasn't polluted the crypt. You will, you're so brave. Yes, I know. In we go. So this is what I was talking about. You can put it on different levels. So casual, normal, hard, elite, reaper, etc. And you can complete the dungeon multiple times, and you can do it as a group or as a private group, whatever. So I could invite other people to do this with me. I'm going to do it on normal first, and I may come back later and do it on one of the other difficulty levels as well.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man glares at you.
Just hang on a sec. I'm just trying to keep an eye on my... Oh yeah, it's not looking too bad. Okay. Talk to Jacoby. I haven't seen you before. You're new to Korthos. Well, you should go back up to the village. This crypt is falling apart. You could trip on some rubble and hurt yourself. The villagers are talking about some strange noises down here. I'm going to investigate. Let me pass.
Strange. Sarcophagi line the walls, but they're broken open and empty. Where did the bodies go?
Indeed, where did the bodies go?
You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more.
So let's do a search.
You found some kind of secret door in the wall. Once you open it, you can reach. This is a dark and dusty passage. It doesn't look like anyone's come through here in decades.
So, yes, you've got to destroy all the containers around to get all the goodies out of them. I'm not going to bother going that way any further because I know the layout of this dungeon. Okay, let's sneak on up to the top of the stairs here. Some reason attack him. And it's not giving any reason, and it's also not explaining why he is not. We actually, no, I don't have any weapon set. There we go.
What were those cultists up to? This bears more investigation.
Okay.
A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here.
Don't want that guy to see me. I'm not really caring what's in this chest, but I'm going to get it out.
Rusty. This longsword is still sharp. It's a slashing weapon, perfect for slicing through putrid zombie flesh that would resist puncturing or bludgeoning weapons. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos, rise and do my bidding.
I want to destroy that
Magical
altar.
crest
There we go.
appears from the destroyed altar. If you
And
take
we've
it
got
with
rid of the
you,
zombies.
it may be
The
useful
zombie
later.
as well.
You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
Now, I could have left it and let this guy get resurrected so that I had a slightly harder enemy to destroy, but I think you actually get, yes, optional, prevent Horace Hayton's remains from being desecrated by undeath. I think you get bonus XP for destroying the altars before the undead on them become resurrected by the Sahuagin. Hey, I got a critical hit out of that. Very nice. There is, I think, yeah, one more guy right there. Okay, there is something funny going on here where there we go. Now I can attack him. I don't know why I couldn't before.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up.
So unfortunately, these guys are not dropping much. Or anything, really. I do feel like there have been other times when I've come through here. G'day, Colander. Yep. Orthos.
Another treasure chest.
It is.
Perhaps the cultist. This heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons. Their bones are resistant to puncturing or slashing weapons.
Let's think.
There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Crag Wolf Hayton, in life you served the light. But in death, you shall serve the Devourer.
Damn it, I didn't
The Sahuagin glows.
I didn't stop that one from getting risen.
These Devourer altars will create another crest drops
There we
out
go.
as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere. in
Yeah, I
this
don't know why it
crypt.
felt like I needed to get closer to attack that guy with the bow before when, you know, like I was this far away and able to hit a Sahuagin and that altar, and yet I couldn't hit down the stairs someone that was, you know, less than half that distance, maybe even a third of that distance. So that's a little bit odd. But anyway, some more guys here. I don't want them to see me if I can help it. Okay, now I can see that guy for some reason. Okay, he's down. Is it gonna swat? There we go. I could set it up so that this item switch is done via these down here, but I've been trying to just use the actual key combinations, although they're not. There are no actual key combinations initially. You have to set them up. So now nothing in any of them. I'll go and do that chest in a minute. Do this last one in here first.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles.
For generations, the human Haytons have forestalled us.
When the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
I don't think I got another action point. I didn't get a level, but I got another action point. Well, that's nice. So we did manage to keep 2 of those skeletons from being resurrected. I wish we could have done all 3, but anyway. Now,
There's something odd on the wall, possibly dangerous. If you search, you may be able to find out more.
so that's the box containing the trap, but I don't have any abilities to do anything to that. So instead, what I'm going to do...
You found the triggering mechanism for some sort of trap in this room. It would take someone trained as a rogue or artificer to disarm it. Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
I don't care about the gate slamming shut at the moment. This is where we were before, where I turned around and said I'm going to come back because I know where we are. So that's the exit back there, which we're not going to go through just yet. Let's see now. That and that. And drop a thing. Disappointing. Okay. How are we doing for arrows? 17. That's not great. That's really not all that good. What is that? Scepter of Spell Penetration. Thieves' Tools. Dragon Shard Fragments. And those are the crests. Okay. The acid spray out again, and then get over there without getting injured. Right. Got all 3 crests. So we can go and rest up there, but we don't need it. So
A magical barrier blocks the way,
Let's-
and behind it,
no.
another Sahuagin performs You fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous voice.
These fools who would keep Korthos shall be consumed by the Devourer.
Looking down at a corpse on the altar, the Sahuagin says,
And you, dead hero of hate and blood, shall be the Devourer's teeth.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to... I'm out of ammo. Okay.
Your bold action saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours.
Okay, what do we got? Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Okay, let's have a look at the chest. Night Revels key. Permits entry into any of the Night Revels adventures found in Dolores Graveyard during the Night Revels. Will turn to dust and disappear around the end of 2021. Quarterstaff, 100 throwing hammers. Yeah. Agates, 51 gold pieces and 2 pieces of dark chocolate. Well, not too bad, I suppose. What is that trying to point out? Remember there being anywhere else hidden in here. Oh, just indicates a secret door. Okay. Did you look into the crypt? What's in there? So Sargon were resurrecting the Haytons, turning their bodies into undead minions. I put a stop to it. How horrible. Did you find Lars Hayton? You didn't find a trace of him down there? He could still be alive. Done me a world of good. Okay. I want the... Don't want the brute. I want the inner force.
Some of the braver villagers tried to stem the Sahuagin tide, but their courage led to naught but grievous injuries. Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
Let's go to that list there. Let's mark that as junk. Let's mark that as junk. Keeping the daggers, we're keeping that. Like that is junk. Don't know what this is. Bind to the character. Oh, okay. Yep. Night Rebel's key, we'll keep that. Pieces of the dark chocolate. Okay. And I can't sell that. Or that. Dragon shard fragments. Containing... I don't know if I want that, so I'm going to get rid of that. Keep those. I don't think I can technically use those just yet. I might keep them. Let's sell them for now, and we'll sell the throwing hammers because I'm already using a bow. Okay. The next mission we're going to do is this one that guy gives me, I think. But for now, let's do a couple of things. Let's sell to you. First of all, let's add all the junk and sell that. Go, and then let's buy. I need some arrows. I think 200 is probably a good start there. Even though, hopefully soon, I'll be producing my own arrows. Spend action points. So, I have one more action point to spend. I can't get that yet until I get to level 3. Ranger. True Strike. Enemy of the Wild. Or Awareness. What is this one? Conjure Arrows. See, I shouldn't have... Don't have enough action points to train in that. How many do I need to get that? It costs 2 action points. I could wait and get that. I think I will. That seems like a good idea to me. Let's put those arrows there. And we are good. Baldar the Bold. Okay, maybe we'll do his quest first. It was the first one on the list. Sitting before you, the fisherman sitting before you winces as he bandages his leg. What happened to you? It was the Devourer cult. They came and destroyed our Kenneth crystals. We tried to stop them. Vogel here was hit pretty bad, and I think I broke my ankle. We got away with 1 crystal, just 1. We put it in the basement of Korthos Hall. They'll come back for it tonight, and we're in no shape to stop them. I'll protect the crystal for you. Is that this one here? That is Korthos Hall. It is... Let's do that.
Ahead is the cellar where the Kenneth crystal is hidden.
Sneaky,
You can
sneaky.
feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic
better
crystal
protect
Baldar
this.
spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos by destroying it.
6 left. One down the corridor there, I just saw him. He turned invisible. How many left? 2 left. Left.
You have slain the last cultist, thus protecting the Caneth Crystal and saving Korthos.
Oh, actually, I remember now. If you do this right, a chest appears partway through, like out here or something, that you can run down and loot. Or was there a chest out here that I could loot? A chest appears somewhere you can loot at some point if you do it right. But you've got to be really careful because it leaves the crystal exposed, because you've actually got to come sort of out to here or something to see the chest. Oh, a named can randomly spawn, which will have the chest. Okay. I do remember the chest, that's all I remember. Back to you. Yes, the cultists came, as you said they would, and when they tried to destroy the crystal, I felt that the village will remain warm, well, warmish. Axebane, Races of Assistance, Spearbane. Reduces physical damage taken by 4, except for bludgeoning or slashing. Adds +8 to caster level. Adds 8 +1 caster level. Temporary hit points. Might take that. Action point. Oh, no, I don't. I have 1 spent, 1 remaining. I thought it was telling me I had 2 action points there, but that was not... That's how many points I have, not how many I have used. How many I have available, sort of thing. We didn't really have anything we could sell there. Sort of feel like I'm going to do this. That got both. It does have both weapons. Good. It's a quicker switch than using the key commands, that's for sure. So we have Linus Weir over here. Oops. You're a dangerous ranger if I've ever seen one, but I reckon you got a heart to for helping us poor Korthos folk. Yeah, I've been called a champion in my time. Naturally, I must lend my strength to the unfortunate. It's a little bit more than I really would normally say, but okay. See that house yonder north? I think I'm facing south. Not quite, yes. That's our storehouse. In the back room, old Lars Hayton put his scroll. Now, the good folk of Korthos need that scroll, so someone's got to go in and get it. I'd do it myself, but it's got a wee infestation. Rodents and spiders is all. But here's the kick. Old man Hayton put a shield to keep Scaly Swagon's hands off his scrolls. Now, he ain't around no more to turn it off, but I'm sure you're bright enough to do it. Okay, I'll bring that back. So, it's this building over here, I believe. Spearbane's the best at early levels. Okay, well.
Storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of vermin nearby.
Oh, I vaguely remember this. I think there's even something in this room, if I remember rightly. Sounds like something just woke up behind me. Yep, there's a small brown spider. And a reanimated rat. Okay. Oh, there was copper pieces in that. Very nice. There. I don't remember which way I used to go here. Oh. Sure there's no more baddies up here. Isn't. We want to pick up those coins, not shoot them. Although I do, in the bottom of a bag that I take to work somewhere, I have a coin that I once shot with an arrow. Doesn't have a hole through it, but has a big long nick along the side of it from where the arrow hit it. I didn't hit it smack in the middle, I hit it just sort of towards the edge.
This appears to be the main storeroom. It seems the villagers have been preparing for a protracted siege. A large silver key falls out of the crate.
Man, I went through those first 100 arrows very quickly. Doesn't feel like I used 100 arrows. Yes, I did. mean, I am wasting arrows shooting all these barrels and stuff too. I really should.
Sarhagen emerges from a hidden passage demanding the key. You mustn't let the scrolls fall into devourer hands.
There we go. Down here. +1 bolt. Well, that's not very nice. That's not what I wanted. What are these? Realistic 1 braces of tumble 2. Save spells +1, tumble +2. That actually feels like it's a little bit more useful. Any more? Yeah. What do I want to do? Ooh, 100 arrows. There we go. That's actually useful. Want to pick them up? Come on. We get them? I think they despawned. Oh no, there they are. 100 arrows. Very good. He opens this, which gets me into where the treasure is. All right,
The door swings open, revealing a magic. It appears that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated.
Of resist electricity. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to I was aware that I could use Q and E to target stuff. It's just getting used to doing that. But I'm actually thinking of rebinding Q and E to do... So at the moment, A and D turn me left and right. W moves forward, S moves back. If I want to sidestep, there's no way to do that except if I hold down the mouse look button and use A and D. That sidesteps. So I'm probably going to retarget the keys so that Q and E turn me left and right, and A and D do the sidestep. I'm pretty sure I've done that before. So I need to get this working. Now, let me have a look. I'll rebind the keys in a minute. We've got power coming out of that. And I think we need to light up each of these corner pieces. So the first thing we've got to do is turn that like that. Then we can turn that like that. And we can turn that like that. And that corner is lit up and we're all good. This one here is going to have to go like that. I think this one... Too far away. No, I'm going to have to go... Am I going to be able to do that one? This one here is... easy enough. That gets that. But I could also do that. And then that. Ah, no.
The protective spell dissipates. All that remains now is to take and deliver the scroll.
Go, that was easy enough. Let's just have a look at the key mapping now. Move forward, move back. So E is interact. Select next interactable cue. Select previous interactable. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to come up here. So I want turn right to be Q and turn left to be E. And I want strafe right. Oh, heck, I got those around the wrong way. Turn right, turn left. Strafe right, strafe left. Clear. Can I clear that? Strafe right. There we go. And then does R do anything? R is auto run. Okay. So previous and next chat windows. No, I don't care anything about that. Let's change those to be used for, where was it? Oh, hang on, that's nearest combat target. You know, I'm happy with that. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave the rest of that the way it is, I think. Okay, so that's how we turn left and right, and that's how we move. That's better. Okay. Do I need to go back to... Yes, I do need to go back to Linus to finish this off. Or you got the scroll, let's see what it says. What's this then? There's no pictures. Well, never mind, I'll get it to someone who knows how to read. Don't worry, I ain't gonna forget you. Here, take this for your troubles. Agile belt, girdle of lesser fortitude, or rugged belt. Reflex save +1. Fortitude save +1. Grants the item +5 maximum health. I'll take the agile belt.
Hero. It is on the people's
But I
lips
think
as you walk by.
I don't really need it.
Cautious looks have become friendly nods. Then word comes that your presence is requested in the tavern.
Okay. I have another action point to spend. That's what I was waiting for. Spend my action points. I have 2 action points remaining. Let's take Conjure Arrows. Accept. Now, what I'm unsure is how I use that now. So let's have a look. It's not going to be under skills. It's there. Enhancements. Right. Have any stuff I want to sell? Technically, I don't need those arrows anymore. I certainly don't need those. Get rid of that, I'll get rid of those, get rid of that, and rid of that. And I'm on it. Might as well sell those. Do I have items to repair? I do. Let's just add them all. Get them repaired. Very good. Not that I like the whole repairing mechanic in things, but anyway. So, if I use that now, that just gave me 100 + 1 arcane arrows. Beautiful. So the problem now is I keep wanting to hit F5 to save my progress. Sigmund, you want my help with something. I'm glad you're here. I've heard of your efforts on behalf of the villagers. Actually, no, I'm not going to do this yet. I want to go back. And do this dungeon again. You're not on the right goal of the quest. What? How do I do that again? Oh, there we go. Repeat the quest. I thought I could just go back in at any time. Okay, let's do it on hard this time. No idea if I'm ready for this, but...
You hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. Strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more.
No, I didn't this time. Doesn't matter. Let's get a sneaking. Still makes no sense that I can't shoot him from here. That finally worked.
What were those cultists up to? This bears more investigation. A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here. Though rusty, this longsword is still sharp. It's a slashing weapon, perfect for slicing through putrid zombie flesh that would resist puncturing or bludgeoning weapons. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos, rise and do my...
The altar glows with dark power, and the Sahuagin continues.
Kill. Kill everyone in Korthos. Kill any who would help them.
Hear that? Zombie is a touch bugged.
The Sahuagin were using this vile devourer altar to create undead. This must not be allowed. A magical crest appears from the destroyed altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later. You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt. As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up. Another treasure chest. Perhaps the cultists brought it here. This heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons. Their bones are resistant to puncturing or slashing weapons. There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Crag Wolfhate.
Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
I think the only thing I had, any problem I've ever had playing this, and as I said before, I'm not that experienced with this game. I've played it here and there over the years, over the last few years, and I don't think I've ever gotten a character past like maybe level 10 at the most. Not even that, actually. But the thing that I've always found a little bit weird is early game you seem to find very little loot except in chests. Like there's never any loot on enemies. No. You don't want to be shooting the copper pieces again. Yeah, let's go in here and rest, get some health back. Rest again. Okay, so I didn't get much of my health back from that. Maybe he's a touch too far away. Yeah, I know I have healing potions, but I always have this feeling like they should be left for dire circumstances. Like, if I can get through a fight without a healing potion, then I'm reluctant to use it after the fight. And it's partly because I'm used to games where you naturally heal, you know, over time. You know, your Skyrims and stuff like that, where after you've taken damage and sort of outside of combat, you just naturally get back health. And then you also have situations like this where I know there's a problem here.
Possibly dangerous.
And
you may be able to find out more.
No, couldn't even find the trap. Or the trigger for the trap.
Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
And a light mace of draining. Okay. It's at 7. $100 shuriken. Okay. I know it's a long way around, but... Okay, we got some more healing potions here, so I'm going to take a healing potion. But what I was going to say was, rather than having to go back over that trap... Oh, yes, look, I know there's something hidden there. Anyway, rather than having to go back over that trap and potentially take more damage,
it doesn't look like anyone's come through.
I'm going to run all the way around. Because it doesn't take all that long. G'day, Guacamole. Yes, I do actually have them down there on the 0 slot already, but thank you for the suggestion. Six for my bow back out.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, when the altar collapses, a 3rd crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
There we go. what was the key mapping for... That's right, there was a nearest combat target. There we go. Let's try and remember to use those. That's all right, Guacamole. I can barely see them there, and I'm actually staring at the screen. It's that far from my face. But I'm an old man with glasses, and I can barely see that the
A magical
item
barrier blocks
is
the
there.
way, and behind it, you fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous voice.
Come on, can I get that
These
altar
fools
down?
who keep Korthos shall be consumed by the Devourer.
Looking down at a corpse on the altar, the Sahuagin
No.
says,
And you, dead hero of hate and blood, shall be the Devourer's teeth.
No. I don't know what that was clicking on, but... I need to get better weapons than these daggers, but that was all I could afford originally. What am I missing? I thought I destroyed this.
Your bold action saved Korthos and
Guess
brought
not.
the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours.
Okay, what are you going to give me this time? Corrosive hand wraps of kinetic law. Who are they limited to? Because I can't use them for some reason. Oh, minimum level 2, that's why. Attack penalty -4. Why would I... Oh, exotic weapon proficiency. Okay. Well, I can sell them, hopefully. I have to go out this way because that one's locked.
You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I can use the finish button. I don't really want either of those. How close am I to another level? Gee, it takes a while. I might even have another action point there I can use. I have played a little bit before. A couple of years ago I played for a while. I think in Steam it tells me I've got about 60 hours or something in the game. Okay, we're going to sell that, those, that, and that. Now I feel like I need to buy more healing potions. I don't know if I have the heal skills, so I might wait on that. Do I have... I do have another action point to spend. Like that. There we go. I might wait until I get a level before I try and do that one again. Yes, it was in here. The next mission was... What have you got for me? I'm glad you're here. Heard of your efforts on behalf of the village. Thanks to you, opportunities have begun to materialize to turn the situation around. There is a traitor in the village. Someone who's giving himself to the cult willingly. We now know what his next move will be. He's planning to attack the tavern and kill him, but when he arrives, he won't find me, he'll find you. Make sure to kill the traitor. Under no circumstances allow him to get away. His name is Jacoby Drexelhand. Didn't we talk to a Jacoby Drexelhand? That was the guy who was the caretaker of the... What's the name? The caretaker of the dungeon in the crypt. That's right.
Your waiting bears fruit. This must be the collaborator stepping in from the dark.
You again. The Suagan blame me for your heroics. I'm sick of your tampering. Why? Why are you working for the Suagan? I am no fool. Suagan will kill everyone who doesn't convert. It's inevitable. I'm just watching out for my hide. You're the biggest fool in Korthos. Where'd he go? Damn it, did he get away somewhere? Do not leave until he's dealt with. Haven't even used my true shot yet.
Stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering outside for a final assault. You notice a small chest hidden behind the bar.
Okay.
You have weathered the Southwagen storm. Now, after that traitorous Jacoby Drexelhand, he must have fled into the cellar. Drexelhand isn't here. However, webbed for the chamber beyond the secret passage looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
There of enchantment, shurikens, throwing daggers. Let's have a look. That. A chilled dwarven axe of keen edges. That should give it better crit range. It's a +1 and it does chilling damage. Can I use that? So that's a dagger. That's that rusty longsword, which I should drop along with that mace. So they're my daggers. There's some throwing daggers. There's shurikens. Let's have a look-see now. Junk those. Junk that. Masterwork throwing daggers. Shurikens. Oh, I have 3 potions of Cure Light Wounds, and I have the starter potions as well. I need to put those Cure Light Wounds somewhere at some point. Want to use these up first, though. Yeah, I'm a dwarf, so I should be able to use that. What I'm thinking of, though, I'm wondering, though, is how well I will be able to use it dual wielding like that. See, that really throws out my... Oh, I don't have any... Oh, no, actually it doesn't throw out. I was getting major penalties there for attack anyway. Let's leave that like that for the moment. Don't really want to be using those weapons much anyway. No, just... Let me just double check that I've still got... Yep, I've still got unlimited magical arrows there. Yeah, I'm aware of the rules about using 2 weapons. I just wasn't sure... I wasn't sure if it was going to be a problem as a ranger, because normally in some versions of some games, you get a bonus. You automatically get the dual wielding feats as a ranger, so that you don't get the penalties, or so that the penalties are less. So I wasn't sure if there was going to be a penalty or not. And also, there is often a larger penalty for using, because the daggers that I had were light weapons, often the penalty for heavier weapons are worse, so I wasn't sure if there was going to be even more of a penalty by using that Dwarven War Axe than what there was if I just used a regular short sword or dagger or something like that. I was hoping there was like a hand axe that I could use rather than the heavy Dwarven War Axe, but I'll take it. Like I said, I'm not really planning on using it very often. I might occasionally use it if I feel like I'm getting badly pummeled in close. G'day, One Kiwi. How you doing? Quarterstaff of Healing, as you writes Jasper, gold. And a Scroll of Merfolk's Blessing. Bonus to swim. Okay. Let's mark most of that as junk, I think. Dump that. Those. Junk that. Junk that. Very good. There we go.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish the job.
Drexelhand thought that siding with the Sahuagin would save his life.
I think that means I got a level. Yep. That looks about right. Chest here. Venomous Kopesh of Giant Bane. Wow. Fine sand. Finally starting to get some stuff that feels like better loot. All done. Did you kill him? Yep. Ooh. No bows. One-handed scimitar. Long sword. Hand wraps. No, thank you. Two-handed axe. Great crossbow. No, thank you. A rapier. It is finessable. Did the... It doesn't say the scimitar is finessable. What about the mace? No, it's not finessable either. I don't want to, but I think I have to take the rapier.
Your victories have made the village much safer, but only temporarily. It's time to take the fight to the Sahuagin, out in the wilds of Korthos Island.
Before we do anything else, we want to go get our level from the trainer. I'm going to just do that, I think. Okay, so now I'm getting 2 weapon fighting and I'm getting rapid shot. Not sure if that's a feat I have to turn on and off. We'll work that out in a minute. So let's have a look. Doesn't look like it's something I have to turn on or off. It just looks like... Looks like it's always on. So that's good. Now, did I still... I don't know if I've got any action points to spend or not. No, I don't have any. I knew all of that anyway. I was just seeing what it was going to say. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So I'm going to sell that axe. I don't... Well, hang on. Let me see now. If I switch to this... Okay, so I've now got the bonuses +3/+3 because of my 2 weapon fighting. That's really nice. Hang on, why have I got a Kopesh there? I thought I picked... Oh yeah, there's the rapier. Did I find a Kopesh? I did. That requires the exotic weapon proficiency, so yes, I'm aware of that. That's not going to be any good to me, so we're going to mark that as junk. Really don't like this interface all that much, I've got to say. It's quite terrible. +1/+1. That's because my second hand doesn't have a light weapon in it. Okay. I think that's going to be a better all-round than this rapier. Although that does an extra 1d6 points of damage against monstrous humanoids. +1 bonus, an extra 1d... No, this is better. Okay, let's keep that. I could probably actually change that dagger to a short sword if I really wanted to. But I don't know. So I think we'll sell that rapier for the moment. Keeping that in longbow. I might sell that extra dagger. The only thing new to buy, you have short swords. I have 421 platinum. Okay. In that case, buying a short sword and placing that with that. Oh, hang on. What? Hang on. What is... Still only +3. I would have thought my bonus attack using Dex is +3. Damage mod via strength is +2. And yet when I put that in there, because it's enchanted, that's why. Because that is enchanted. That's using strength for hit and for damage, but because of the enchantment, okay, it's still +3. Right, I see what's going on there. Let's use all of that for the moment. We will sell those daggers. Is there an easy way from this interface to mark something as junk? That is how you do it. Why did those daggers not get sold before as junk? No, I didn't actually mean to do that. Let's trade. Let's sell all the junk. It's only selling one. Did that only sell one of the daggers as junk? Why are you not selling that one? Not like I'm using it. I don't understand. No, it's not my starting dagger. There's nothing on this dagger that says it cannot be sold. I don't have it locked. And I mark it as junk or unjunk. It doesn't matter. It's not in use because it's not down here on anything. It's not in a cosmetic slot. Yet for some reason, it will not sell this. I don't know whether it is not worth enough to sell, but it would sell the other one. It just will not sell that dagger for some reason. Probably because it needs to be repaired. That's why. Okay. Can't sell it until it's repaired. Right, very weird. Okay, back to my bow. So you're the next mission onwards, but I think there's other missions around, isn't there? There's like this guy's got a mission. You've got a mission. Can I come back here and do this again? Oh, I have to choose one? Okay. I did hard last time, didn't I? Let's just do hard again. Started it now. I might as well.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. Strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more.
No. Okay, so that's what I wanted. You're my target. Can I get that next target set up, please? Doesn't want to make that guy a target. Nearest target. Okay, let's sneak again then. Nearest target. Next target. I think really weird that it's not locking onto him as a possible target.
What were those cultists up to? This bears more investigation. A
Very
treasure
weird.
chest glimmers in the dark passage here. Though rusty, this longsword is still sharp. It's a slashing weapon, perfect for slicing through putrid zombie flesh that would resist puncturing or bludgeoning weapons. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos, rise and do my...
The altar glows with dark power, and the Sahuagin...
Damn it, I wasn't able to do enough damage to the altar from a distance.
Kill everyone in Korthos.
Should have gotten a bit closer, I think.
Help them.
The Sahuagin were using this vile devourer altar to create undead. A magical crest appears from the destroyed altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later. You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
This one's the same. I don't understand. Like, I know you're saying that you have to be within a certain range of him, but it makes no sense. I am significantly far away from him, and he is a clean shot. I should be able to shoot him.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up. Another treasure chest. Perhaps this heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons. Their bones are resistant to puncturing or slashing weapons. There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Crag Wolf-Haten, in life you served the light, but in death you shall serve the devourer.
No, didn't do enough damage to that.
The Sahuagin gloats. These devourer altars will create... Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
Thing is, I don't remember it being that hard to attack those guys from the previous times I played this game a couple of years back. So, and like, I can attack that guy without a problem. Come on, game. There we go.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles. When the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
Okay. The reason I attacked with my melee weapons that time was because last time, the last two of those things, what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to attack the altars and not the Sahuagin and undead around the altar. Because if you can attack the altar quickly enough, you can break the spell and they can't raise the thing. And you get bonuses to the mission. At least that's what it seems like you get bonuses to.
Possibly dangerous. If you search, you may be able to find out more.
Didn't find anything. Okay, so the problem is, when I'm using my bow, it's sometimes, even though I'm, you know, trying to lock onto a particular target and just attack.
Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
Even though I'm just trying to attack the altar, it doesn't really work very well. But when I go in with melee weapons and get in there first, it's not a big deal. It works properly. So, I don't know. There was another character that I was considering making here. I talked about it at the very start of the stream. Now I'm not able to pick up. Yeah, there. And that is, I wanted to go down the Eldritch Knight route. And I'm thinking I might do that. Because it does sort of feel like the Ranger is not playing as well as I would like. Just that, you know, why can't I target those guys at times and stuff like that? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to finish this. Oh, damn it. Gotta open the lever first. There we go. Very good. Okay, I could have gone all the way around like I did last time, but anyway. We'll go here, we'll rest to get our spell points and our health back up.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs unholy rituals at a devourer altar.
And then we'll try and...
This barrier appears linked to 3 sockets in the wall. If you find the crests to those sockets, it may allow you passage.
Didn't finish resting. Let's finish resting first. Yeah, it's not just that that they have more HP, it's that I noticed in the fights the aim was shifting from the altar to the Sahuagin, right? So in the second of those that I fought, if you were to go back in the video and look, you'd see that I targeted the altar, I did a couple of shots and hit it and took it down to about 1/3 of its health. And then I'm still keeping shooting, expecting it to take out the altar, and suddenly the Sahuagin falls over. And by that time, the 2 zombies were right up in my face. And so I decided to kill them rather than take on the rest of the altar. But it shifted aim, even though I didn't move my mouse, or I didn't think I moved my mouse. So, yeah, a little bit weird there. So like if I'm shooting the altar right now, but it's hardly hitting it, and most of the time it's actually hitting like the guys in front of me.
The Sahuagin says,
"And you, dead hero of hate and blood, shall be the
last devourer altar shatters.
when it comes to it, the dual-wielding weapons do much more damage than the bow does up close, is the other part of the problem.
Saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught.
So even though I like using archery in every game,
now yours.
I mean, that's why I'm Ranger Tony and all, it's disappointing. I find very few games where archery is actually viable. Elder Scrolls Online is one. Conan Exiles is another. It's reasonable in here, but it's just not quite as good as using melee weapons. I'll take all of that. I think those goggles sound interesting. Where are they? Let's junk those. What is that? Junk that. Heavy shield. Junk that. Malachite. Get rid of that. Put that on. Rusty longsword. Get rid of that. What is that? 100 throwing axes. Junk that. Amulet of Inner Focus, which is what I've already got on. I don't think I can sell this. Oh, I can. Okay. Junk it. Right. So people got in the way, and that's why I wasn't hitting the target. Well, that's fine. Part of me wants to say that the interface wasn't like up here. It was
dark and dusty passage.
Push. Up here, it was still indicating that the target that I was shooting at was the what's the name? The altar. It wasn't like, it would have been nice if it had have switched the target up here to say that there was something in the way. But anyway, because there's all these little things, like you're assuming in a lot of these games, I make the assumption that even though your character isn't seen to dodge around in combat when they're using a bow, you sort of assume that they're doing that to try and get the right angle for a shot, even like if you want to get around an opponent that's in front of you and make a shot at someone behind them. So, yeah, the interface could be a little bit better to indicate that you're not actually able to hit the target that you're trying to hit. And I understand, yeah, there are feats and stuff that will allow me to shoot through or around opponents. Yeah, I get all of that. I need to go and talk to what's the name because I finished this mission and didn't finish that. I think I get a little bit impatient with games because I have been an archer so much, and I like archery in games, and particularly when I look at, you know, like being pretty familiar with 5th edition D&D, and well, not just 5th edition, 3rd edition, 3.5 edition, 5th edition D&D. You know, I'm pretty familiar with the rules and all that sort of stuff. So I do know what should be going on in these games and everything. And I sort of know what I want to do with the build, even though I'm not hugely familiar with the exact rules of D&D Online. Right? To know all the vagaries of the stuff that they changed and all that sort of stuff. So I don't necessarily know all of that, and that's fine. That did not sell that good. Wish there was a way to reorganize that. There probably is, but it's not obvious how you do it. How you sort it all. Anyway, yeah, I think I get a little bit frustrated with archery in games because I find so few games that actually do any sort of decent job of it, and it always feels like archery is deliberately the word that's sitting in my brain is one I don't really want to say, but it's an Aussie sort of slang, munted, which sort of means, I don't know, mangled, stunted. It's sort of like a combination of the two. Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of rules. I know a lot of the, yeah, I'm aware of all the rules. So yeah, I always feel like archery is deliberately, because it is true, you know, if you've got an archer who's any decent, and they, you know, they can keep people pinned down. They can really do a lot of damage. You've got to, in real life, you've really got to get in close to an archer very, very quickly. Otherwise, you can be in a lot of trouble. And so I sort of understand why games in general sort of dumb it down a lot to try and even things out, but they usually go too far. You know, like I've said it a million times when I've played Skyrim. To me, archery in Skyrim is not viable, even with the whole sneak attack thing. The only way I can get archery to work for me, anyway, is using the bound bow. And even then, you know, it's still not quite as good as I would like it to be. So I get a little bit, I don't know, intolerant almost of archery in games, and I expect things to go better than they do. When they're not going the way I want them to, I get frustrated easily and I give up. Which is sort of what I'm going to do now. Not quite, but sort of, because one of the things I was... Actually, let's just double check, see if did we get any more action points. I sort of don't think we did. No, we didn't. Because the thing is, I played around a little bit this morning with a couple of these builds just to get myself used to the game again. Even though I go by the name Ranger Tony, there is a very small part of me that wants to rename this channel for a long time now to be Magus Tony or something like that. Because when I first played Pathfinder Kingmaker, the Magus class just blew me away. I loved it. Ever since then, I play it a lot in all the different games that I do. I try and play something that is sword and spell. Of course, games in real life are not easy to balance. I'm aware of that. But yeah, so I really like the Magus class, and there is sort of one in here. So I think we're going to go out and we're going to build a sorcerer and see. I haven't really done much on this, so we're going to see what it's like. We can come back to this ranger later. Let's create a sorcerer. And now I know this, they say that this is a harder build. It says it's, you know, challenging solo. We'll see. Next. I think we're going to go the arcane cannon. I don't think there's going to be too much difference. What's the difference between... There's actually nothing here that's really the difference in the stats. Probably the starting spells would be the only thing that are different here. What are they doing? I'm going to pick Dwarf again, just because I'm stupid and that's what I want to do. But 8, 8, 18, 10, 8, 16. That's an interesting... what was it as humans? 16, 18, 10, 8's in the rest of those. Let's customize. Let's customize and do it all ourselves. So we're going to pick Dwarf. And yeah, so we start at that penalty to charisma, which is a real problem for a Dwarf. Let's try this. So, we're building a sorcerer. We need charisma for that. So 16 is the max charisma we can get there. So we are at a disadvantage playing a dwarf, but for some reason I want to play dwarves in this. I don't know why, but I do. Although, how bad would it look if I played a halfling? Okay. Now we have 4 skills. Bluff, concentration, spellcraft. Well, I don't know that I want bluff all that much. Concentration, I definitely want. And spellcraft, I definitely want. Could just do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Pick my feats. Okay, how many do I get? Just 1. Mental toughness and toughness. Didn't see those yet. Combat casting. Mental toughness. Ooh, definitely want that. There we go. Plus 10 spell points at first level and 5 spell points for each additional level. And your spell critical chance increases by 1%. If I didn't take that, I was going to take combat casting. Next chance I get, I will be taking combat casting. And then probably things like spell penetration. So, what spells do I want? Shocking Bolt, and I get 2 spells. Actually, no. I think I will get rid of Shocking Bolt. Let's use Flaming Bolt and Burning Hands, because at least they're related. I mean, I know I probably should mix it up against... I think that'll do. I don't think the feat will be worthless. So this is a summary. Okay, so hairstyle. There we go. Hair color. Those eyebrows are fine. Those eyes are fine. The eye color. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. That. Facial hair. No, we can't. We're going to have to rethink this. Alignment? I didn't think there was alignment in this. I can't have my facial hair the way I want it, so I'm going to restart. Spell. Sorcerer. Arcane Cannon. Dwarf. Those eyebrows are fine. Hair color is grey. Skin color. Go. Facial hair. Where is it? No, I must have gone past it. No, I didn't. There it is. It's number 3. Of course it is. I don't like the glasses. That'll do. Come on, spawn in the...
You find yourself waking on a shore of flotsam.
Do I have to turn that option off again?
Come flooding back. If what the halfling said was true, no one but you made it to the island alive.
They can't follow me.
It may be worth following this rogue. For now.
What were my stats then?
Here we
Would have
are.
liked a bit more strength, but that's
all
alright.
right. Go ahead, give it a few swings.
As you take hold of the weapon, feeling its balance, you can't help but notice this.
Okay,
Jinx
let's
has
move
more
this
he wants to
around.
say.
Put that there. That there, that there. That. And that. Go.
Salimus is at the grotto. Tell her to keep her knickers on.
Salimus is in the grotto. I shall show you the way.
Terrible. Nothing.
This is all from dragon-wrecked ships, like yours. Tell me, was it exciting to see a dragon up close?
Well, I don't know, because I didn't actually see it, because you don't see it when you start. Come on. Is there an option to pick up stuff? A key command. Because it's just not working. You.
Here we are. Go inside and speak with Salimus. I'll wait here for Jeeps.
Is this Salimus, the cleric you were sent to find?
Who in Kyber are you? First, I shall surround us with a protection spell.
Her spell temporarily prevents you from dying, though you can still suffer injuries. This effect will wear off when you leave these caves.
Now, let's be about it. A gate? There must be a way to open it. Try up that ladder. I'll remain here and bash any Sahuagin trying
You
to sneak
hear
out.
the shuffling and wheezing of some creature coming from the corridor ahead. The corroded lever at the rear of this corridor most likely controls the gate where the cleric, Salimus, is waiting.
Good job, but no time to dawdle.
We come
Right.
to assist you. Onward to glory.
Salimus isn't too honked at me. Thanks for putting in the good word. Don't you worry, Salimus. I'm here to watch your behind now.
What, it's empty?
Oi, where's the bloody Sahuagin?
Look, the door closed behind us. There are more of them up there. Stay alert. Purge the wicked! Sahuagin wretches, are you scared of me? Come down and fight! For the flame! Such is the fate of evil. Now, let's find a way out of here.
can't pick this. Anyone see a key?
Curious. I just stepped on something. A latch.
Good work! I see a key down there. Who's up for a swim?
You grab the silver key.
Hydrophobia
Time
mean
to
anything
swim
to
for
you?
the surface.
I knew you'd come in handy. This way.
I'm weary. Let's take a moment to rest.
Let's.
Ha,
So I
still
need
got
health
plenty of
and
stamina.
spell
I can go
points.
all night long.
Why don't you scout ahead then? Just don't get yourself in trouble.
Now you're talking. I'll take a little peek.
If you're done resting, go and scout ahead with Jeets.
Actually, I'm going to be right back. Hang on a sec. Alright, let's go and scout ahead with Jeets.
Crikey. Ha! It was no match for yours truly. You can open the door now.
You two having fun? It's time for us to go. The High Priestess should be up ahead. The onus for much suffering rests squarely upon her slimy, webbed hands. There she is, performing some kind of profane blood magic.
I will open the door. Prepare yourself. Ready? Go!
According to our employer, there's a secret passage around here somewhere leading to Korthos. You boys look for it. I must cleanse the profane energies around the shrine.
Let Selimus do her thing. You and I'll take care of the important stuff. The treasure. my rogue senses are tingling. There's something fishy in this
You
room.
feel a stiff
Try
draft
searching
from
around.
somewhere in this room.
Found the secret
Perhaps the
passage?
hidden passage
Go
to the
on.
village
Oh,
is in here.
brilliant. Tidy lasses and pints up the wazoo. Here I come.
We're almost done here. The way out is up ahead. But first, I want to reward you for your assistance. Please, come speak with me.
Okie dokie. I'll take that for now. Was tempting to get a martial weapon, even though I can't use it just yet.
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning. However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
No. That one. There we go. So, do we have... I think I should have one... Yes, I do have one available. So, Eldritch Knight. Eldritch Strike. Very good. That's the one we want to get as soon as possible, but we've got to be level 3. God, that's going to take a long time. Okay, that... is a new ability that we will have. Do we want to sell our junk? Let's not worry about it right now.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading... Strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. You found some kind of secret door in the wall. Once you open it, you can reach what... This is a dark and dusty passage. It doesn't look like anyone's come through here in decades. What were those cultists up to? This bears more investigation. A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage. Though rusty, this longsword is still sharp.
Now, I don't think I can use that yet, because it's not considered a simple weapon.
Through putrid zombie flesh that would resist puncturing or bludgeoning weapons. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos. Rise and do my...
The altar glows with a magical crest appears.
Damn it,
from
I
the
didn't get there in
destroyed
time.
altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later. You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
I should have used my burning hands on it. Get that that altar down sooner.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up. Another treasure chest. Perhaps this heavy mace is a bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons.
And it's
Their
a
bones
simple
are
weapon.
resistant to puncturing or slashing weapons.
So it does 1d8 plus 1. My staff, quarterstaff, does 1d6. So this is going to be a better weapon all round for me. Let's go.
There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Crag Wolfhaten, in life you served the light. But in death...
Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere.
I didn't manage to get that altar destroyed quickly enough either. Ah, well. You're still doing all right. Health isn't going quite as well. We're having a few problems there. Mostly because I don't have the armor class. An inch there. I'll do this one first before we go to that other chest.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles. For when the altar collapses,
Yes, managed to stop that one.
It glows with cold magic. A chest. It's out in the open and unprotected. And that's probably what the dead cultist by the chest thought. Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
What was that? So, turquoise we can get rid of. Beryl we'll get rid of. Radiant Scepter of Repair, Law 5 Club, one-handed. This weapon is considered an implement in your hands, providing a +1 implement bonus to universal spell power. Radiant +33. Passive +33 equipment bonus to light and alignment spell power. Okay. It does actually sound like it's probably a semi-decent weapon. I just don't think it's going to ultimately be as good in my hands. Hang on a second. I'm getting +8? Wow. That's doing less damage, but it's going to hit more. Yeah, I didn't think I got access to light or radiant stuff. That sounds like clerical magic, but ultimately it's not that bad a weapon just in general. Let's get rid of that because I'm not going to use that. But I think I'll get rid of it. I think I'll junk it. But now, I don't think I can junk that. Junk. Oh, hang on. I probably shouldn't junk these crests, should I? Sort of need them. More copper there. There. Anything in the other one? No. I didn't think I found this. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Let's go back this way. I don't need to go the other way.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind you fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous voice.
These fools who would keep Korthos shall be consumed by the Devourer.
The last Devourer altar shatters.
Where are you?
Your bold actions saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught.
And I managed to prevent 2 of the bodies from being resurrected.
Yours.
Yay. Bring in that one. short sword of double strike. I almost feel like I want to keep that for later. Oh, can't sell that? Damn. Alright. Okay, let's finish.
Some of the braver villagers tried to stem the Sahuagin tide, but their courage led to naught but grievous injuries. Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
One more action point. Let's go and see if we can do anything interesting with it.